What's good? What's good? Jermaine Carson back again. It's your boy, the Grand Wizard. Grand name Wizard I knew. Dream Master Morpheus 19.5. The Black Doctor Strange. Got the moon rocks, baby. Alright. Some of the this moon rocks is fire, bro. I got this from downtown. There's a spot in Chelsea where they got cookies. They got weed cookies next door, and they got good ass weed on one side. Oh, anyway, now this video is gonna be about who are the demon slayers for real. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the anime Demon Slayer, but we're gonna compare it to an ancient esoteric knowledge and teach y'all who are the real demon slayers out there, and they don't know that they're demon slayers, right? So the people who are the real demon slayers don't even know that they're demon slayers. That's how deep this shit is, right? So the anime Demon Slayer, right? You have this character Tanjiro, whose girl, whose sister, not his girl, his sister gets turned into a demon. So in this anime, they have man-eating demons, like demons that are like cannibals or whatever, right? So they turn his sister into one of them. So he becomes a demon slayer, and she becomes a demon slayer because they had to break the rules or whatever, but they found out his sister won't eat a person. So as long as she didn't eat nobody, then she was working with her brother as a demon slayer. So this is just the basic premise of it. You know what I'm saying? The basic premise of the cartoon. So you have Tanjiro who does the water breathing style because the breathing styles are different elements. And that's actually not a fake thing. There's really are breathing styles for every element like earth, water, fire, and air. There really are breathing styles. And there's thunder breathing too. So in the ancient ninjas, right? Okay, ancient medieval ninjas and the Motion Ninrin, which is the ancient Chinese ninjas, had the five elemental meditation or qigong or whatever. Okay, so the fifth element was lightning. Okay, so just like how in the cartoon you have Zenitsu, who is another Demon Slayer character, who has the breathing style over thunder, lightning. Okay, and then you have Rengoku who has fire, and so on and so on, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that these are real things. These are real. All that stuff is really real. And the reason why Zenitsu is asleep. See, Zenitsu is the character that fights in his sleep. He's asleep. He's sleep fighting. And he has the power over thunder. But what you got to realize is that some of you chosen ones, when you're asleep, your soul fights demons. And some of you chosen ones, your astral body can travel to different parts of the world and travel through different dimensions while you're sleeping. You're not even doing it intentionally. See, the part of you, I believe this, the part of you that's physical is different than the part of you that's purely spiritual. So when you get out of your body, you be just going places because your spirit is curious, even though you're not curious. And that shit is real. I know that shit is real because I literally traveled recently. I traveled to South Korea. I went to Seoul, South Korea. All right. And it played out like a dream, but I literally felt like I was in South Korea. And then when I woke up, I was looking at pictures of South Korea, Seoul, the city, and it looked just like it. And I sat there and had a conversation with an Asian woman. I jumped into a person's body that they were talking to. Okay. And the person was Eritrean. I didn't know that African people was living in South Korea, Seoul, right? So when I woke up, I went on the internet and I found out that a lot of African students are living in South Korea, Seoul, okay, the city. So that dream is just crazy. Then I did some even more research and I found out there's a ley line. Cause okay, well, now we're getting into ley lines, right? Ley lines, which are Chinese called dragon lines, are lines of electromagnetic energy that connects around the Earth, the energy grid. So there's a ley line that goes from New York to through Turkey, through South Korea to Tokyo. See, the ancient masters, they knew about all these ley lines, so they knew to build certain cities on these dang ley lines. Okay, why you think they build tall buildings? Why is it called a building if it's finished? After you finish building the building, why they call it a building? It's finished. You ever think about that? They call it a building because depending on the geometric shapes of the fucking building, it acquires and is building certain type of energy. Okay, because they built these cities on the energy grids of the earth. So why is this compared to the demon slaying shit? Because when your soul when you travel in your sleep, you travel along the ley lines to go long distances in short times. So the spirit can travel along the ley lines when you are asleep. So not only are some of y'all killing demons in y'all sleep because you have a curious soul and you always researching, your soul travel to different places when you asleep. You also have dreams of alternate timelines. You know what I'm saying? So you can have all different types of dreams. You know, um, you can have prophetic dreams. You can have all kind of dreams. See, the thing about it is the human likes to limit himself without thinking by not thinking outside of the box. I remember I was talking to one of these Caucasian humanoids, right? And he was like, um, why the human body gotta sleep? Why can't we stay awake all the time so we could get more things done, right? And I was like, first I told him, when you sleep, your body fights viruses and shit. And you burn fat when you sleep too. So your body is doing certain shit, you know what I'm saying? But also at night when you sleep, you're fucking, like I said, the Project Stargate, you're traveling, like a javelin to stab demons in the abdomen. You feel me? So the cartoon is exactly like how it's happening right now in this dimensional warfare. Because a lot of you chosen ones, when you go to the supermarket or the store or the mall, these people be hating on you because they friends of the demon you fucked up. The demon's friends jump into them people. You killed some demons while you was asleep, and then you wake up and you go outside. These people, or because a lot of people don't protect their energy field from demon possession. So you are chosen one, so it's difficult, way more difficult for the demon to possess you. So it possess the people around you, and you going to sleep killing more demons when you go to sleep. So they come back with more demons, and that's why people stare at you so much. That's why people be mad sometimes when you come into places. But sometimes, okay, there's another aspect to these chosen ones. There's some chosen ones that are actually conduits for angelic energy. Okay. So when you're a conduit for angelic energy, when you walk through the neighborhood, people just be happy. Even if you're sad, people just be happy to see you. Whether you're happy or sad, you make people happy. You could order a latte at Starbucks and be mad as fuck, and they'll still be all nice to you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you just have good energy, whether you happy or angry. So you have the people that are angelic conduits, and you also have people that kill demons in their sleep, and some of y'all both. See, there's an army to the forces of light, just like there's an army to the forces of darkness. You understand? And nobody tells y'all who's the army of the forces of light. Now I'm telling y'all who the demon slayers are. Some of y'all are demon slayers. So all the here's the sick part about it. All the different characters in the cartoon, they use an element, right? Basically, in the occult, that would just be consecrating your weapon with an element, which I wouldn't advise anybody to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not advising you to do it. Before you even think about practicing in the occult, listen to a Manly P. Hall lecture. Listen to at least 2 or 3 Manly P. Hall lectures before you decide to do any type of occult activity. That's what I would recommend. I wouldn't advise anybody to do any occult stuff. But that's basically how in real life that would, Tanjiro having the water sword, when he activates his power, the sword, the water comes around the sword. Zenitsu having lightning, Rengoku having the fire. These are elements. These are the part of the 5 elements, and they just use that to their weapon. Okay, so yeah, so the Demon Slayer shit. The person who made the Demon Slayer anime, I think they knew all this. Just like how I tell you, the guy who made Dragon Ball Z knew all the conspiracies. All the conspiracies ever made is in Dragon Ball Z, and it's put in there in a way that you actually have to think. That's the sick shit about it. They was basically the dude who did Dragon Ball Z was on David Icke shit before David Icke. David Icke didn't even write a fucking book. Dragon Ball Z is old as fuck. Dragon Ball Z was made in the motherfucking 80s, G. People think Dragon Ball Z is some new shit. Dragon Ball Z was made when I was like a little ass kid, bro. Okay? So Dragon Ball Z is old. The guy who made Dragon Ball Z knows every conspiracy known to man is in Dragon Ball Z. Disguised. All you gotta do is think. You know what I'm saying? So this Demon Slayer shit, it is next level. You gotta realize that fucking that made one of the gross that movie grossed one of the most amounts of money in the world. That highest paid anime movie. You know what I'm saying? Is Demon Slayer. And they telling the chosen ones in a underlining way. You have to analyze everything. See, when you're a chosen one, your third eye should be open. You should be watching cartoons because they put messages in that shit, and the best thing you could do is, if you have kids, you need to watch cartoons with your kids to monitor whether the cartoon is even good or bad. Anyway, you should not just not watch what kind of cartoons your kids is watching, because some of them are fucking fucked up. You feel me? And if they got some that's got positive messages, you could learn from that. You know what I'm saying? So Demon Slayer definitely has a powerful, it has a very powerful ideology that's true. You know what I'm saying? And it's undermined. A lot of you brothers and sisters, man, you've been getting hated on your whole life because when you go to sleep, you fucking kill demons, nigga. That's crazy, right? And then some people, you took the demon out of them. So when you go to the supermarket, they be so fascinated with you. It ain't just about looks. They be fascinated with you. When you go to the festivals with your girl or whatever, they be watching y'all because your aura shine bright, and because some of them you kick the demon out of them. You feel me? It's just like the fucking video game Soul Reaver. You know how Soul Reaver, he goes into the fucking other astral plane, my nigga? Yo, my Italian homeboy, this nigga broke down Soul Reaver for like fucking 45 minutes. I was like, God damn, this nigga remembers everything, son. Like, this nigga was one of the biggest Soul Reaver fans I ever knew. He could talk about Soul Reaver for 45 minutes while we smoking hash, while we smoking Egyptian hash. This nigga talk about that video game for hours. But it's just like that. When he transforms, when he goes into the next dimension, it's really that shit. It's just another dimension. And the beings that you can't even see on one dimension. On this dimension, you can't even see all of them. You can't see none of the beings walking on the astral plane on this dimension. So if and I'm out here to put the information out only because why should people have to be slayed? All this shit is gonna happen. Why should people have to be slayed for what's gonna happen? You know, people are gonna be slave. Why? Why everybody gotta die? I mean, okay, let's be brutally honest. As a wizard, as a shaman, I could tell you some shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason, but that shit is kind of fucked up. That shit is fucked up, bro. You know, and you got to realize that if they increase in the frequency of Saturn, which is what they're doing, they're increasing the frequency of Saturn. That's why you see the lambs and the cows in the videos walking in a circle. The lambs and the cows is telling you a message, okay? Because it's just like how in Mecca they walk around the black cube. That's Saturn, bro. That's the Saturn. That's the top of Saturn. Go on Google and Google the hexagon at the top of Saturn. Okay, the rings of Saturn aren't natural. So basically, the aliens are just increasing the frequency of Saturn. So it's going to be more demonic possession. So that's why I'm talking about this cartoon, this demon slayer shit that's actually real. We need more demon slayers. We need more to people to come stronger and better at this shit. And this is why they always be trying to stop me, bro. You know, and they just sitting there, people sitting there like, oh, why you doing the videos? It's like, yo, this is my only revenge against these motherfuckers. These niggas got spaceships, they got all kind of shit, man. This is my only real revenge against them. I mean, the fact that I'm alive still, you know what I'm saying, and the fact that I still have my powers, okay, and the fact that I know what's going on too, bro, because like I just said, I'm about to bless the demon slayers with a little knowledge just to intensify what the fuck you're doing already. Cause I'm telling you, a lot of y'all doing it already and you don't even know what it is. And remember in my video, Way of the Wizard, I talk about the what's written already. It's already written. You understand? And so it don't matter if you believe it or not. Some people, I know they said the Bible says not to do magic, but some people it's like in your blood already. So what are you gonna do? It don't matter. You be doing it and don't even know you doing it, son. That's how the shit is. And it's like the astral projection part ain't even the magic. That's just natural. That's just how God made you. But some of y'all are on that level. Some of the chosen ones are on the level of you're a light magician. It's in your blood. You're freaking descendants of these people who did light magic. Resurrections. Okay? Resurrected people from the dead, give people, heal the blind, cast demons out of people. You're from a bloodline of people that did that. So some of y'all are. That's why I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all need to start activating. Y'all need to start activating your power because this shit is gonna get critical. And y'all will see a politician turn into a fucking reptilian. You will. I don't know if it's gonna be this month or next month, but you gonna be watching TV and some motherfucking politician gonna turn into an alien and then turn back. Cause his holographic um, quintuple hypnosis. Quintuple hypnosis, yes. You sitting there thinking that shit ain't real. Quintuple hypnosis. That motherfucker hologram come down and you see that motherfucker, he a damn reptilian. It's gonna happen, and your goofy ass is gonna be like, "Yo, this nigga real, yeah, this nigga." And I'm gonna tell black people right now, the main shit that they distracting you with, the reason why they distracting you, is because you deserve your reparations. So when you're awake and not sleep, when you're awake, demon slayer, you should be fighting for your reparations. The ones that are black and the ones that are white should be helping black people get reparations anyway, because you already know what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? So black people deserve reparations, and all these distractions, all these people on YouTube that's not talking about it are there to distract you. In California, they're already doing things towards black people getting reparations. So now is the time to educate yourself and to understand that you really do. Don't just take my word for it. The information is out there. So a lot of y'all chosen ones, y'all been fighting this war because y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea all the stuff the reptilians was trying to do already. So y'all shifted. Y'all shifted. Okay? It wasn't just the demon slayers. Like I told you, they have the angelic conduits. You know, you have people who are angelic conduits, and you have people who are angelic magicians, and they don't even know it. That's the crazy shit about this hyperdimensional warfare. Some of y'all sorcerer ancestors is living in you. You got three different entities living in you. You might have an angelic entity and have uh, a shaman or a wizard of God, like of light energy, a light magic. You could have that. So it's people walking around here that's the part of the army of God and they don't even know it. The demon slayers are dream travelers traveling through different dimensions and they sleep. Okay. Also traveling along the energy grid of the earth and they sleep. All that shit. Then the people who become consciously aware and start to manipulate it, you got to be careful before you start to do that. But for those that, if you're sure this is you, if you're 100% sure, right, you can intensify the effect with a Nubian. Listen, write this down. It's called um, a Nubian copper pyramid. Now, Nubian is the shape of a copper pyramid because there's different pyramid shapes, but Nubian is the best one if you're trying to intensify the effect of being a demon slayer. Also, sleep with your martial arts weapon. Practice your martial arts weapon and create a bond with your martial arts weapon, and then you sleep with your martial arts weapon. When you go to the astral plane, you can use that. But yeah. So yeah, this shit is deep. It's really deep. It goes in even into Buddhism because the Buddha would meditate and he was able to remote view. He was able to see the 32 realms of existence, which are basically just ultimate dimensions. Okay. Through his third eye, he would also Buddha also had the power to change matter. So they threw spears and arrows at him before they touched his body. The shit turned into butterflies. He was also able to create earthquakes and all kind of stuff. And Buddha was a black man, and they worked together to keep that secret away from y'all because y'all have melanin. So melanin intensifies the effects of all of this shit. You know, because even white people dream travel, and even white people have ESP. There's little kids that got psychic powers that's white, but you have the higher probability for it because of the DNA sequence. Okay, you have most Africans have a 9 to 12 DNA sequence, and copper colored Indians from Tom Ray. Hold on.